There are so few people here in the area and along the way compared to where most of the people come from. And it's you know, different definitions of lonely.
My friend Matt and I were riding our bikes cross country back to West Virginia, and so Route 50 or Highway 50 is really the only road that goes through Nevada that isn't a major interstate. We've had a lot of company when we've stopped places. It's been beautiful scenery. Everything is really green this year, so we're getting to see all sorts of plants. Plants that people say haven't bloomed in a decade are coming out right now, and going slow on a bike you get to actually see those.
I was coming down this highway with the U-Haul and I spotted this tree. And it was so odd looking. I didn't have a pair of tennis shoes yet, but now I'm coming out here with my best friend and we're going to lob a pair in here. But I have spoken to people. I moved into the Carson Valley and I've spoken to people about the tree, and it's very well known. And I don't know if there's any traditions surrounding the tree, whether high school students come out here and lob a pair up there for graduation. I didn't really get, you know, any details, but it is pretty well known. Oh, you got it! Oh! Nice lob, Bill! Woo! That was good.
Well, this end of Highway 50 goes right through dead center of Wild Horse Country. There's some folks that call this area Wild Horse Central, and it's probably true. Any given day, you can look out on the horizon, somewhere you will see wild horses. The bands in a particular herd area will tend to roam and migrate a little bit. They have their own territories, but they're nomadic, and as such, the bands tend to shed members and trade them between other bands from time to time, so that we kind of keep a very diverse genetic population out there on the range. If the horses have room to move around and roam and do their natural thing, they stay as a pretty healthy species.
We're about 250 people maybe in town. From an economic standpoint, we're struggling to some extent, but we're not doing too badly. There is an increase, slow but steady increase in travel.
It's an old overland stage station back in the 1800s. And during the Pony Express's run, and they only ran for 18 months, you know, they used it as a changing station. I think if you're here for any period of time, you see it's not very lonely. It's a lot of people like to come out, travel this highway. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and they get to see what the real Old West looks like.
Well, I think that the historical tradition of Highway 50 being a road that's sort of been played up in literature and so forth as an interesting route. Highway 50 catches the interest of a lot of people just because of where it goes and the fact that it is a relatively lonely road.